Well, greetings everybody. This is from the Sleuth Journal, Real News Without Synthetics. Obsolete left-right paradigm stifling mass awakening. This came out on May 10th. What does that say? The March of Tyranny. We are seeing it all the time now. Every day we see and hear well-meaning people who sound educated, who they're trying to figure out what is happening politically here in the United States as well as abroad. Some of these people study history, they sound smart, they speak intelligently about things, and even sound convincing. There seems to be something missing, however, or perhaps something is present in their speech that prevents you from taking in the fullness of what they're saying. You search for what it is, and if you are fully awakened, you are soon able to quantify what is wrong with these people. These people who seem dead on, minus that one element that prevents you from thinking they truly get it, are stung by a malady that many millions of Americans suffer from. It's something most of us suffered from for many years before we became awakened. It's that one single thing that when you recognized it, you were never the same again. And I'll tell you, that happened to me. Once I woke up, I'll never be the same again. It's impossible to be the same once you've woken up. This is the element still present in those what I call almost awakened individuals. My kitty wants to say hi. It's the distorted, engineered political left-right paradigm in which they still operate under, and this expired paradigm is literally stifling the mass awakening we could be seeing right now. That's right. Many conditioned Americans don't even realize they live in a totally artificial, contrived, and now obsolete and stifling left versus right paradigm that is designed to sabotage any true understanding of life and is all but dying with the global awakening humanity is experiencing. These super smart, almost awakened individuals will rant. Oh, I'm sorry, my cat wants to bite my wires. Come on. Hold on, let me pause. Okay, so where was I? These super smart, almost awakened individuals will rant away, attempting to explain world events, all the while blindly believing major parts of our artificial stage, false flag history, and all the while they swallow the Kool-Aid that could have easily otherwise set their minds totally free. Instead, the CIA campaign to tag anyone that gets too far off the common belief boundaries as conspiracy theorists clearly bestows its powerful, razor-sharp mental censorship on these individuals. The threat of being called or considered a conspiracy theorist is so powerful that they have agreed and committed themselves to trying to solve all the problems of America. And wait a minute. Okay. All the problems and the world through the narrow scope of the left-right paradigm. That's like being given a screwdriver and then being asked to fix someone's car engine with it. Thus, these people, instead of truly understanding what is going on, have preconditioned, super narrow, scripted segments of understanding that are pushed off to the world as wisdom. These conditioned left-right paradigm information pseudo-warriors thus try to solve every problem within the narrow, outdated context of their understanding of the world, which consists of not only the left-right paradigm, but on strong determined ideologies and beliefs such as, number one, America's the good guys. Number 2. America must be the military leader of the free world. Number 3. America is all about freedom and liberty. Well, that's what we're trying for, isn't it? Number 4. The world needs a strong nuclear America. This is what the average person believes? Oh, gosh. Please wake up. Okay, mainstream media may lie occasionally, but that's not my party's left or right network. Number 6. My party, Republicans or Democrats, gets it. We've got the solutions, as opposed to that other party, Republicans or Democrats. 7. If those stupid liberals or right-wing nutjobs could ever wake up, then we'd have a chance of being truly prosperous and successful at what we want to do. Damn Republicans or Democrats are holding us back. Number 8. Intrinsic belief in the government's official story versions of JFK, 9/11, Middle East War on Terror, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and more. Holding these beliefs just to run as far away as possible from the conspiracy theory labels. Number 9. With the exception of some of that other party, those Democrats or Republicans, America is a nation of honest politicians. Honest politicians trying to make things work out. Number 10. All current failures are always the other party's fault. Let's be patient when we vote in the next time. Then our party will come and save the day. You guys. Alright. Those are just some of the examples of beliefs that are naturally and instinctively generated by these almost awakened, well-meaning people operating on an outdated paradigm. Sadly, I'm here to tell these people that chronically dwelling in the same old left-right paradigm is now almost a death sentence to reaching full understanding and getting to that point where you can start truly enjoying your life because of that deep and rich understanding you've reached. That's right. When you truly understand the world around you, far beyond the CIA mass mind-controlled and government propaganda scripted left-right paradigm, you will truly be mentally free. I've written often about this mental freedom. It has to do with having your mental, spiritual, instinctual, and intuitive pulse on reality and the fundamental makeup of that reality. In other words, you must truly understand where we've come from to understand where we are now. We all know we were all lied to in school. Like Michael Jackson said, the history books were lies. Okay, so, and you must truly understand where we are now to understand where we are going. It's like the antithesis or the answer to George Orwell's famous quote in his novel 1984, "He who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past." If this phrase is true, then in order to truly reverse this, we must first truly understand our past in order to ultimately apply the solutions we need to change the future, whose understanding comes from understanding the present. Unfortunately for those intelligent, well-meaning folks out there who spew knowledge and information and are close to the truth minus the fact that they are still living in the old synthetic left-right paradigm, this article is a call and a challenge to let go of Let go of your ego first. Let go of your old paradigm and start anew. Look at the past again. Look at the past again and again and again and see what you've missed. Before you declare how great America is, study how America is also the country that has almost always been at war. Yeah, we're so great. America is a country who has military bases in almost every country in the world. Re-review your basic perception of the value of a human life. Think again and reconsider whether a nation whose own leaders have regretted what they've done, Wilson, Eisenhower, etc., and whose own leaders who meant well or chose to stop or slow down this system of evil were either murdered for their beliefs or were nearly murdered for them. Kennedy, Reagan. Look back and see how the course of American aggression on the world has not changed regardless of a Democratic or Republican president. Detach yourself from the fake ride once and for all. Stop denying that the evidence showing that almost every American war has been based on a false flag. Stop denying the evidence that shows that almost every American war has been based on a false flag incident, and that every war, millions of innocent civilians have been murdered, injured, or displaced. Let go the old worn-out left-right paradigm, which serves as nothing more than a backdrop for more and more wars and aggressions. America has been drowning in a phony rich man's war for over a decade, and the misery is endless. Do you really think continuing the synthetic left-right paradigm dance will ever change any of this? Being stuck in the endless left-right paradigm is now a curse unto those who are missing out on the global human awakening that is undeniable and cuts through consciousness like a hot, sharp knife. So to those still struggling to make sense of this crazy world, where everything seems wrong, everything seems unjust, corrupt, backwards, inexplicable, and surreal, I ask you to stop. Stop punishing humanity by clinging on to your old paradigm of left versus right. Stop claiming that wars of aggression are just humanitarian aid. Stop overlooking presidential corruption just because you voted for your beloved candidate. Stop brushing corruption under the carpet just so you can see a female in the White House. Stop voting for someone because your family has ties to the person, or because you like where they stand for on one or two issues, or better yet, don't vote at all because your vote doesn't matter. It's all theater. Just like George Carlin said, sit back and watch the show. It's all theater. It's all a show being put on by those who want to control you and the rest of the world forever. That is why everyone else you know doesn't even care about what is going on. That is why they're all glued to their TV sets, their video games, and their smartphones. Finally, if you're going to attempt to take on the weight of the world, be involved in political debates while sharing information, pretending to care about the world. Please do the rest of us awakened folks who care about humanity a favor and dump the pathetic left-right paradigm. It's an ugly, burdensome weight under your neck, and you don't even realize it. The left-right paradigm of lies is sabotaging your message, and you don't even realize it. But more importantly, it is sabotaging your understanding, your enlightenment, and your connection to the true spirit of humanity, which is not grounded in politics. This true human enlightenment, which many of us are experiencing, is instead grounded in virtues of love for humanity, true compassion, hatred for all wars, hatred for propaganda, a deep understanding that ultimately the spirit of nationalism, while it can be healthy, is more often used as a tool to deceive masses and rally them for war. True human enlightenment looks through all political propaganda and calls it out for what it is. The true human enlightenment is consciousness, and consciousness is rooted in awareness of one's life and connection to the world around you. This connection makes you want to nurture and love, not kill and exact revenge, punishment, retribution, payback, or imprisonment, torture, or execution to follow a written inhumane law. True human enlightenment and consciousness has nothing to do with the left-right political paradigm that many well-meaning Americans are stuck on. It's kind of a broken record, yeah. And as long as this is the case, they will never truly wake up. And they will always be partially awake, never having truly understood what the fight was all about. Thus, the information warrior, still dwelling in the left-right paradigm, will ultimately have wasted their lives, risking it all for nothing of value. Fighting for a perceived empty, physical, meaningless fighting for a perceived empty, physical, meaningless flag. Ooh. A nationalism cloaked in deception and innocent blood. A cause with no real human value that translates into connection with the rest of nature. This empty fight for war, nationalism, and politics is thus not only empty, false, unfulfilling, circular path. This is one fight that the rest of nature, the energy that flows through the birds, the animals, the flowers, the ocean, and the rest of humanity, will never take part in. Thus, this empty, meaningless, politically based left-right paradigm is selfish, self-destructing, lifeless, and a dead-end road. And I'm going to leave it on that note. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and until next time, have a wonderful day.